Hello. Okay. Okay. Well, now we're back on. Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Cheekster, nice to see you always there. Are we, can you hear me all right? Is it all good for you? My levels look all right, but is it okay for you? Can you hear me all right? Adopted cat over there. Very nice to see you. Okay, before I start, let me show you this. Pay attention to this here. This is a $17 deal, or 17% off deal, what it looks like to be a deal. And if I'm checking this over here, this is actually a $10 ripoff, okay? This hard drive has been cheaper in July, okay? So whatever the heck they're telling you, this is a fake deal. And I want to save you from these, okay? Hello, everybody. Nice that you're tuning in. You can hear me all right. I want to make sure that you do not get ripped off on this Black Friday if you think about networking deals. And if you don't know, I've already done about 9 live streams about different parts of the PC. RAM, CPUs, GPUs, all sorts of fake deals that I've sorted out to make sure that you're getting the best deals, okay? We're going to make you the best deals. And today we're going to be talking about some of the networking and NAS deals. So if you're interested in that, stick around. It's going to be very, very quick. Pay attention because there's a lot of things happening. If you can't, pay attention for the rest of the video, there is actually a cheat code, which is links in the video description below. Everything that I'm talking about will be laid out in there. There's a little description next to the link as well. So you can make sure that you're not going for the 2.5 gig switch, for example, if you're looking for 10 gig and so on, different NASs and so on. So you can find them everything in the video description below. If you have any questions, let me know in the live chat. I'm going to try to help you during this live stream with whatever you can. But there is a little sponsor of this video, which is this laptop over here that I'm enjoying so very much. And let's listen to that now. It's brought to you by Asus ProArt P16, the ultimate creator laptop that doesn't just look good, but lets you bring the workstation performance anywhere. Professional 16-inch 4K OLED display, AMD Ryzen 9 AI CPU, and NVIDIA RTX 4070 GPU, and that's just the beginning. Go check out our whole playlist about this device and the full overview in the video description below. Thanks Asus ProArt for sponsoring this part of the video. Happy Thanksgiving for everybody, by the way. And if you are looking for any other parts of the PC, check out other live streams on the channel that I've recently done during this week. There's a lot of them available. Just take advantage of all the time I've spent sorting through all these deals and making sure that you don't get ripped off. Just go check them out. If you have any questions that I maybe don't have time to answer on the live stream, then you can always reach out on or at Minect. Links in the video description below. I'll always get back to my Minect messages in 24 hours. So if that's urgent or needed for you, you can reach out to me over there. And I want to show you that there's some more fake deals going on. As you can see, another awesome hard drive, really. It looks like it is 17% off, but if I really check the history of this, I can see that last year in April, it was $20 cheaper. So as you can see, this really isn't a good deal, if that makes sense. Okay, let's keep going. 2-bay NAS from Ugreen. As you can see from the thumbnail, there's a lot of these NASs from Ugreen, and I've actually got the 4-bay one that you'll see in the next tab, I believe. And this is on a deal right now. 2-bay NAS, really, really good. 2.5 gig networking. This is the 10 gigabit networking. This is the TXP 4800 plus 4-bay one. It's actually fantastic hardware and actually developing software as well, if you're interested in that. We've got one 4-bay NAS from QNAP. We've got TerraMaster 4-bay NAS as well. These last two were only 2.5 gig networking. This is similar to the last one, but this one doesn't have the plus in the end, which means it's not 10 gig, it's only 2.5 gig NAS. It's a little bit cheaper, but I think for what you're paying more for the 10 gig version or the plus version, that $50 or $80 or something like that is definitely worth the 10 gigabit upgrade to me. Plus the CPU will be upgraded as well, which is much nicer. We've got a 4-bay NAS from TerraMaster here. Then we've got an 8-port 10 gig switch from Nick Giga, and I'm actually using this one. I'm not sure if you saw the studio tour or like how we edit our videos. This is one of like the nicest finds that I have found. I can't actually claim credit for all of this because I was asking for advice from Robbie from NAS Compares, and he said, why don't you just, you know, check this one out, because the other switch that I had from Netgear, I believe, was like 4 times the price. This is working absolutely flawlessly, and it's much quieter than the Netgear one. I can definitely recommend this, and Robbie was absolutely right. This is an amazing switch, and now on a deal, cheapest than it has ever been. We've got another 4-bay NAS, a mini PC. As you can see, it supports up to 22 terabyte hard drives. Not sure why not 24, because there's 24 available as well. Then we've got one QNAP NAS here that comes also with storage. So 4 bays already occupied. Then K100 NAS. So this is all like a 4-bay M.2 NAS that you can use. Unfortunately, it's only 2.5 gigabit, not 10 gigabit, but hey, for someone. So this is basically like a DAS 4-bay enclosure that you can just add hard drives and then attach it to your Mac, to your PC, and then get extra storage that way, or laptop. However, this is a hybrid DAS kind of thing. D8, so you've got some hard drives and SSDs together. Then we've got 8-port 2.5 gig Ethernet switch, $60 as you can see, and it's got some optical ports in there as well. We've got 5-port 10 gig switch, another good deal there. This is an x86 single board server for some of these enthusiasts. This is the cheapest it has ever been, so might want to check this one out. Then we've got TP-Link Wi-Fi 6E router with dual 10 gig ports. This is a Wi-Fi 6E mesh system with, actually, if you want to upgrade your Wi-Fi at home, this is a really good option. Now, especially because Wi-Fi 7 is really, really expensive, and 6E has come down really in price. For $250, you're going to get great coverage. The whole house will be covered. It's going to be really, really nice. 6-port 2.5 gig unmanaged switch. That was very cheap. 24-port 2.5 gig managed Ethernet network switch. So 25 gigabit ports, and then 2 times 10 gig optical ports. This is insane for $240. Would you look at that? Then we've got 10 gig PCIe expansion card, dual 10 gig. This is Wi-Fi 7 router from ASUS, super expensive, but for some people this might be worth it. Dual 10 gig ports as well. This is absolutely ridiculous. And I think this is extendable router. So if I am getting this right, then let me see if it says it in here as well. Okay, I don't want to speak out of turn, but the extendable is very interesting option there. I haven't looked dead into what exactly that means, but if I'm thinking what the extendable means, that you might be able to attach other things to it. And then this becomes the mesh, but I'm not sure. But it does support AI mesh support, so maybe you can get some other mesh parts and attach it to that one. That's very interesting. 8-port 2.5 gig switch from Nickgiga as well. Amazing price point for this. 8-port 10 gig switch. So this is basically the Nickgiga. I can see it looks exactly the same what I have over there. Everything looks the same, so maybe just a different manufacturer. Just this one or the Nickgiga one, see which one is cheaper. We've got TP-Link 8-port 10 gig unmanaged one. It's a little bit more expensive than the Nickgiga one, but the Nickgiga one worked absolutely fine for me. We've got some Cat 6 and 7 and 8 cables. As far as I know, the 7 and 8 aren't actually official supported things, so you might want to check them out. But if you're looking for Cat cables for your networking, they're on a deal. I've left a few in the description below, so that's Cat 8. So I'm not sure this is official, actual, like a category for this. And then we have another Cat 8 Ethernet. Make sure that you apply the coupons as well. Another 6 Ethernet cable. This is the outdoor and indoor one, and this is a flat, as you can see, so it might be easier to like nail onto the walls, or if you want to do some kind of a security system like surveillance or something like that, then it's worth it. And then we've got a Wi-Fi 6 router, extendable again. So we've got 2.5 gig ports in there. This is a 5G router, so if you have one of the mobile data, like, you know, SIM cards, you can put it in there and make it, you know, make it do Wi-Fi for you. Then we've got a Wi-Fi 6E mesh system from Google. So Google Nest one. This is the cheapest it has ever been, and this is actual deal as well. Last time we checked it out on Prime Day, and this was a fake deal. Now it is a real deal. Then we've got Wi-Fi 6 mesh system, Wi-Fi 6E mesh system from TP-Link as well. So these are both the 3 ones. Another Wi-Fi 6 mesh system. This is a little bit more cheaper, Linksys. So if you want to go for that one, that's really, really cool. And then these are the deals. Now, as always, check them in the video description. If you want to just cheat and just go in there, hopefully you can find some deals in there. And then go check out my CPU, GPU, all of these deals. I'm going to take some questions now. I really appreciate you guys. If you like that video, it really helps it perform a little bit better and reach the people who might get ripped off on here. So now, let's go here. Am I hyped for Battlemage GPUs? Absolutely. This is one of the most exciting things for me, actually, because if you already have very exciting, very dominant players in the game, then I always love an underdog. 1 second. There we go. I just had to blow my nose. Hope you didn't hear that. And I would love Intel to do well with that. I think a lot of people are doubting the performance of even the Arc A, you know, the first series of Intel Arc cards. But they were so good, and I think there's a lot of future. I think they're doing awesome things. I really hope that they're going to deliver this, because there's a lot of awesome, exciting things to do, especially on the lower price point, which they are still killing it compared to the RTX 4000, like 4060, 4060 Ti, something like that. What am I using for the price history? It's called Camelizer Chrome extension. It's completely free. You can check it out, or camel.com. I'm an ultra compact M.2 external enclosure, if possible. And type in M.2 2230 enclosure. So these are very, very affordable. Is UK pricing in Amazon better than US? Not always, but there's still some deals on in the UK as well. Have you seen any good deals on DDR5 64 gigabytes? Yes, go check out my RAM deals. I'm not sure if you know, but I did actually one direct, actually RAM. So I'll just show everybody how this works. So when we go to YouTube, we're gonna type in tech notice, okay? And then you can see, ooh, this guy's live right now. We go onto the channel, and then we go onto the live section. And you can see that I've done a lot of these in the last, like from 6 days ago. So the beginning of the week from Monday, I started doing these. So there's GPU, CPU, and then if you go to the RAM deals, there was a few 64 gigabyte RAM deals. So Eura, go check them out over there. Usually what happens is if a RAM is on a deal, like on Amazon, it's often on deal on like Walmart and like B&H and Newegg as well. So that's what I've usually found. We already answered this question as well for price history. Is Wi-Fi 7 the newest type of Wi-Fi signal? Yes, Wi-Fi signal 7 is the newest, and like the new laptops are coming out with Wi-Fi 7, and new motherboards are also with Wi-Fi 7, and now we have routers and everything, so it all moves down to Wi-Fi 7, and Wi-Fi 7 is super, super fast. Like from 6E to 7, big jump. Miser Glancer is saying, you know, for that PC, is that good? 14700K, do you think it's good? Absolutely. It's going to be absolute beast for you. It's going to be very, very good. So this is a question about how to organize the SSDs. And I highly recommend you checking out my SSD workflow guides. So let me find this on my channel as well. So if we go here on the channel and we go SSD workflow, I believe it should come up here. Yeah, there we go. So it's a little bit old, 2 years ago, but it's exactly what you're looking for. How to, like, I'm explaining everything in there. What is like operating system, programs, cache drives, archives, how to label it, how should this work, and how should this go like from noob to pro basically, and how to get the best performance. Go check that one out. Yes, needs to get normal M.2 drives. Depending how fast you want it to be, there's a lot of different M.2 drives that are very, very slim, and I've got a few of them that I've done videos on the channel as well. So feel free to check out like my storage, like Apple storage fix to get that one, because there I'm talking about a lot of different enclosures. You might be interested in like finding some of these. I've got a full drawer, like full of them just down there, of different SSD enclosures. Let me see if I can find one that is nicest one for you. Ooh. Honestly, there's so many of them. My favorite one is actually, where is it? My favorite one is from Sabrent. I'll show you this in here. There we go. So here, this one, actually it is on a deal as well. So do you know what? I'm going to add this for us in the video description as well. Well, let's check that it is a real deal. Yeah, it is. Okay, on Amazon in October it was 23 and that was the lowest. Right now it's at $20. I'm using 2 of these for recording all my Blackmagic video onto them. The best thing about these, and why I think these are so good, is because you don't slide the cover over the M.2, because like you have to make perfect contact with the actual heatsink, and like whenever you're sliding this never like feels like you're making a good, you know, contact. This one has like a little lever, or like a little button on the back where you can open the enclosure like that, pop your M.2 in, and then you clip it back on, and your M.2 is like switched in between. I've never ever had this fail for the last 4 years. It's been absolutely faultless. I can't fault it. It's amazing. So if you want that one, I definitely would check it out. Okay, Wirehead, nice to see you there as well. Any good Thunderbolt external SSD drives? Yes. Are you looking for, do you know what? Calvin, one, please go check out my Apple storage kind of a hack video. I'll show you which video I mean. So if we go here, Apple, oh, come on, refresh the page. It's not working properly. We'll go here, Apple storage fix. Yes, this one here. 4 months ago, we uploaded that one. And there I'm explaining to you how to get the best speeds for the Thunderbolt and things like that. Different levels of storage and speeds. I highly recommend checking that one out there. So Netu is saying, what RAM size do you recommend for i9 4900KS? If I may all ask, what PSU do you recommend for it? What PSU very much depends on what the other components are. What's your GPU? How much, you know, fans and other bits do you have in there? What, you know, size case you have? Is it SFX? Big PSU. But I would say get like 1000-watt one, so you're not going to be overkill and not really under, so you have upgrade options and so on available. What RAM size? I would say as a creator, 64 gigabytes is like a really good sweet spot, I would say. 32 gigabytes now seems like not enough to me. that's that. I want to thank you for commenting. I really appreciate that. If you, find it helpful, hit that like button. It does make a difference, believe it or not. It takes 1 second from you, but I really appreciate anybody who is here. Any tips for good SSD for operating system and apps, B-Boy is saying. Now, I'm going to, again, most likely all of your questions that you have, I want to say most of the questions will have answers in different video. So what I would do is go to the latest SSD review that I have on the channel, which I think is this Samsung drive there. 2 weeks ago, we uploaded that one.
Hello.
Now, and you might be saying, any good tips for SSD for OS and apps? So if you go to the, not sequential read, but to this quick system drive benchmark, actually full system drive benchmark. So this list here is all the drives that I have tested and what are the best ones for operating system and SSDs. So just check out this list because I've done so much data on all of these SSDs and testing. Check the ones that are on the top, either Gen 5 or Gen 4, whichever one you want to go for, and then pick the one that is like in your price range. I would say the like Solid MP44 Pro is awesome drive, Samsung 990 Pro. Then we've got also like the 990 Evo Plus now as well. Sometimes overperforms some of the other Samsung drives, but these are some of the best drives I can find. What are my thoughts about the 50 series GPUs? I think it's going to be absolutely, I haven't heard much, and some of the things I can't say, but I'm super excited what's going to come and super excited what they're going to be like. NVIDIA always is like, they're leading the GPU market. I'm just hoping that they're not going to be cheeky with this and like, because they're leading the market, they're kind of giving you this much upgrade. I hope they're going to just knock it another like out of the park performance so that, I know AMD is hurting, but that shouldn't like it shouldn't stop NVIDIA being even more awesome. Like if you're leading the pack, just compete with yourself and try to outperform yourself. That's what I'm hoping they're going to do. I like the smash button. Yeah, like the smash button. There we go. I believe there was. Go check out the SSD video. Would the base model M4 MacBook Pro work as an i7 12700K plus RTX 4060 alternative? The short answer is no. If you're looking for just like browsing the web and things like that, yeah, it will be better. But the RTX 3060 will be so much better in 3D and other applications. Both the 12700K is going to be so much better in encoding and CPU performance. So not really. Would I recommend this for a balanced CPU? No. Wirehead, you cheeky one. You know how this works. You know how this works. Yes, they're not that much 64 gigabyte kit deals, but my recommendation for you is, okay, you go in there, type in 64 gigabytes DDR5, for example, and then there's going to be, just check out the Camelizer, okay? This is not a good deal. You've already checked that one out, but this is, okay? For $130, 64 gigabytes, 5200, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So there will be a lot of them ones there. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go now. I really appreciate all of you in here. If you just tuned in, check out the links in the video description below or other live streams in there. Really appreciate you. Thank you very much. And in 30 minutes, there's going to be another video coming out about a motherboard that doesn't exist. Don't believe me? Well, check out the video coming out very soon. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'll always get back to my connect messages. Bye-bye. It's brought to you by Asus ProAd P16, the ultimate creator laptop that doesn't just look good, but lets you bring the work